Hi family and the outside world who's going to be viewing this video. I was up last night. I couldn't really sleep because I started looking at some of my nephew's skin, and they had like little rashes and bumps, and they were always itching. And so I realized I have all these great books on my bookshelf and I don't ever really read them. I'll read it here and there for what I need, but I need to get back to doing the things that I really want to do, which is start making stuff for my family. So I believe everybody in their house should have some type of book about essential oils and essential elements and aromatherapy. This book, where did I get this book?
Melissa and Britches.
Melissa and Britches. So we got a book about the complete book of essential oils and aromatherapy. This has about over 600 of your non-toxic and recipes for fragrant home care. I am particularly right now in chapter 9, which this has to do with babies and children. So when using essential oils, we all have to be cautious and make sure we're using the right ones, because children's skin is delicate and it's sensitive. So we can't use the same things that we use on our skin on a child's skin. And so what I'm going to make today is a massage oil for my brothers and sisters. And this is just for a simple massage oil for baby skin. You can use, you always want to have your carrier oils and then your essential oil. So my carrier oils that I'm using are going to be sweet almond oil. You want to make sure that it's sweet almond oil, not just regular almond oil, because of the oxidants and antioxidants that are in it. The natural almond oil doesn't have the same things that sweet does. Then we have our jojoba oil. This is another one that you can use to have a softer skin. And then to help with any of the quote-unquote ailments, we have lavender. You can also use chamomile, because chamomile is also good for baby skin. You can use yarrow, or you can use dill. But for today, I'm just using these three bases: sweet almond, jojoba, and then your lavender. You always want to make sure that you have a 10% of your base oil additive. So this is what jojoba is. This is the 10% of this. We'll use 90% of the sweet almond oil, and then we're going to only use a few drops of this. So they usually tell you to use only 1 to 3 drops per 2 tablespoons of your base oil. And so that's going to go into these little jar things that I got off eBay. And so I'm going to get back into doing that, looking up more items for eBay, so that I can start making more items for my family. So that'll be coming up with that shortly. But I have, okay, here is my little recipe that I'm going to make for my little nephews here. And it's just a massage oil. You can use this daily, once a day, and you can add something else along with the regimen along with it. But for this, we want to use we have our base oil, which is our sweet almond oil. We have a base additive, which is only going to be a 10%, a small percentage of it, which is going to be jojoba. And then I also have lavender oil. Again, they're young kids. You want to be careful and be what they put into their skin. So I have these little clear containers that I bought. Sometimes they say you want to use amber containers mainly for your oils because they last a little bit longer. But in our case, this is going to be used daily as massage oil, so it's probably not going to last that long, maybe a couple of days, depending on how much they use. So I'm not going to measure, only because I don't feel like I really need to measure. You just have to be careful with using the lavender. You don't want to put too many drops. But again, they say 1 to 3 drops per 2 tablespoons is what it says in the books. But it's okay. You can be a little bit heavy-handed and just not too much. So I'm starting off with the jojoba, but I don't want it to be majority of it. So this is only supposed to be 10%. It's a little bit added to our main. So I'll just start it off there on the bottom. Probably throw a little bit more. Let's get an extra little bit heavy-handed. Take some caps off here. That's pretty good. We'll say that's about 1/10 of that bottle. Then from there, we want to go with my base, my sweet almond oil. And this is 90%. So this is going to be more of the oil that you're going to use, the majority of the oil. So I'll fill it up just about to the top rim there so that I have some space. So you can see like the different colors. This is a little bit darker. Now you see it's kind of mellowed itself out. So you don't want your oil to be this dark because it's just the base additive. And this is assisting the sweet almond oil. Then we have our lavender, your 100% essential oil. You want to make sure with the essential oil that it is not one of those oils that you put, say, like in your little candle holders. You want to make sure it's pure oil, not anything mixed with it. So I'm going to take this off. Usually the ones I buy in the store, they already have like a little stopper, which these are great because it kind of limits and it puts the actual drops you need instead of you just pouring a whole bunch of it and being kind of heavy-handed. So we'll just tip it over. See how many drops we can get out. I had about 32 drops in there. So put my little top on it. Put this little top on it. We're gonna be safe with shaking everything up. And then we just shake it all up, mix it all together. It smells good in here. I wish y'all could smell it. It smells like lavender. And there you go. That's your basic massage oil. This can be used daily for babies, dry skin. They always say for newborns, you at least want to wait 24 hours after they're born before you start putting essential oils on the skin. But after that, it's pretty much safe. Whew, didn't mean to drop it. A little oily there. But they're going to use this here. We're going to talk about it, and you put it on again daily. And that's it for that oil. If you have any questions, go ahead and send questions. I'm not a master at this. This is just me doing my research and also doing things with looking at the way my kid's skin glows and how healthy it is from the things that I've been doing. So I felt like it's time for me now to share the wealth.